Okay, so many people ask me if now's the right time to buy a home. I'm currently renting. Should I continue to rent? And I always find it best to show the numbers. Numbers tell you everything. It's factual, there's no emotion, and you can fast forward yourself 7 years from now, or 5 years, or 3 years, whatever time horizon you want to look at to see what your net worth would be if you continue to rent or if you decide to buy a home. So what I want to show you today is my rent versus own calculator that I show all my clients that are in that dilemma of should I rent or should I buy? And the numbers speak volumes. So I wanted to share it with you today. If you have any clients that could potentially be in the same situation, if you've got a lot of people that are in leases right now, this would be a good presentation that we can do together and send to them because it will blow your mind. So I know there's a lot of numbers and a lot of charts. It's going to take me 2 minutes to walk through it. Once you see what I see and you share it with your clients, it is mind blowing. So let's jump into it. Right here, we're going to be looking at the summary column, the summary chart. And what I want to show you is that on the left side, we're looking at the rent, and on the right side, we're looking at own. So here we can see we're comparing an $1,800 a month rent payment. Rent is continuing to increase 3% every single year. That's a lot. We're going to compare it to a $250,000 purchase price, putting 3% down, which is a conventional loan program. But we're going to compare it to a $250,000 home. And what we'll see here is a $250,000 home with 3% down with a very conservative interest rate of 4.375% would give you a gross payment of $1,905, which yes, is a little bit higher than what they're currently paying now. But we're going to look at the net. And by the way, this payment includes taxes, insurance, mortgage insurance, everything. So the tax benefit of renting, just because of the standard deduction, is going to be about $125 a month. However, the tax benefit of owning your home, you get the mortgage interest deduction, all that good stuff, is a total of $335. That's a real benefit. Yes, we don't see it until we do our taxes, but it's a real benefit in owning your home. Now, the other thing to look at is when you pay rent, you don't get any of that money back. None of it is going to, ever come back to you in any way, shape, or form. However, when you make a mortgage payment, $326 of this scenario is going towards principal. So that is essentially money that you will get back whenever you sell your home, which is why we say rent is throwing money away and owning is not. So when we do the comparison and we look at what's really important, which is called the net monthly payment, that's the easiest way to show looking at the grand scheme of what you pay monthly when we take your tax benefit and principal. You'll see here that you're comparing $1,675 in the rent because we're going to take the $1,800 minus your tax benefit, gives you a net payment of $1,675. However, with owning a home, your net benefit is $1,243 because we can deduct the tax benefit, the principal, and so net, it's about $1,243. That's where if we shift over to the right-hand side of this presentation, you've got the net payment of $1,675 versus the $1,243. So it's actually cheaper for you when we look at an overall picture, not just the monthly payment to own the home. But this is what is mind-blowing. This is a rent versus principal-based short-term calculator. This is looking over 7 years of renting versus 7 years of owning the home, and we're just looking at the rent versus how much principal you paid. We could look at rent versus tax benefit, all sorts of things. I've programmed this presentation to just look at these two. So in 7 years, if you were to continue to rent, then you would have paid $165,000 in total rent in 7 years. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. Makes me want to throw up a little bit. Now, the total amount of principal that you would have paid in 7 years is $32,036. Now, the only other caveat that this thing is not calculating is this is assuming zero appreciation in your home. What is appreciation? If you bought your house today for $250,000 and you sell it for $275,000, that's a $25,000 appreciation in your home. So this is only looking at principal paid. This doesn't include any additional appreciation, which is the main reason why you buy real estate. Buy low, you sell high, it's that profit. So again, this is very conservative numbers. 7 years, $165,000 thrown away, or $32,000 put back in your pocket. And then lastly, this is the long-term calculation. This actually looks at a total of 15 years. So in 15 years, if you rented, you would have almost bought a home. You would have thrown away $401,000 versus this $82,899. Now, what if I change the short term to just 2 years? What if you have a client that says, well, I just want to rent for another year or another 2 years? What are they giving up? Let's take a look at that. Let me rework this. Give me just 1 second. Okay, so I've just changed my short-term analysis to 24 months. Let's see what this looks like and what this does to the numbers. All right, so you will still see here, oops, give me just 1 second. Okay, so let's look at it here. Now this is looking at only a 24-month time period. You still would have thrown away $43,000 in rent versus putting $8,000 back in your pocket and just principal paid, again, assuming zero appreciation. So this is the real numbers that will get your clients to pull the trigger and say, maybe I shouldn't wait another year if they're on the fence. So again, if you have any clients that are renting right now, you want to send a mass email, mass postcard, send your clients to myself and the team. We will walk them through this presentation, and I can assure you that this will make them pull the trigger a little bit more because it's real numbers that they can associate how much they're throwing away in rent just in 2 years versus owning a home. So thanks for watching. If you have any questions, you can reach out to me. All of my contact information is on the home page of my website. You can text me, email me, book an appointment with me, all from there. Just go to yourmortgagenerd.com. Take care.